But Sam Rockwell, we haven't seen him in a bit, or else I haven't really seen him in a bit. He is one charming man, and I've missed his presence because he's just so fun to watch. I personally think this is one of his best roles. Hey everyone, welcome back to Candid Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX Indie Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing the new Matthew Vaughn film, Argylle. That is right. Instead of the third Kingsman movie, we got this. And I know it's still in production. I know they're still working on the third Kingsman movie, but I wanted it immediately. And instead we got Argylle. I have some thoughts. All right, and this is why you're watching me today. I love spy thrillers. I love espionage. I love the Bourne series. I love the Kingsman series. I love Bond and Mission Impossible. You guys know everything that I love. Argylle has a very unique concept that is very ambitious. It is very ambitious, and I'm not going to do spoilers here because you just have to see it to believe it at this point, because I really can't say much about this plot and what ends up happening. And I think that the concept was awesome. It's just poor execution. That's what it comes down to. I think Jason Fuchs did a great job in structuring certain elements because Ellie Conway's an author, and I thought it was really smart. Some of the editing choices during fight scenes was really strong as well. And it's a Matthew Vaughn fight scene, and I understand that he wanted to push more into an R rating, but they couldn't do that. You could kind of see him pulling back a bit, and he could have taken it way farther. But this was a really fun movie in the first half. I think Bryce Dallas Howard was perfection in this. I think she gave a very strong performance. She is the centerpiece of this entire film, and I loved the first half of this. I thought it was extremely fun. I thought Sam Rockwell's introduction was great. There is an incredible fight scene on a train that I was in. I'm like, oh my God, if they're gonna do something like this for the rest of the movie, I was completely sold. That's not what happened, but that's besides the point. I'll get into that later. But Sam Rockwell, we haven't seen him in a bit, or else I haven't really seen him in a bit. He is one charming man, and I've missed his presence because he's just so fun to watch. I personally think this is one of his best roles. I have to admit, I loved him in this. He was a lot of fun. His chemistry with Bryce Dallas Howard was a bit rocky. I wouldn't say it was strong, but they fed off of each other extremely well. And I think this is the first type of film that Bryce Dallas Howard has done in this particular way. I know she was in Jurassic World, but I think that this is like a totally different character, a totally different beast that she had to take on. I really liked the first half. I liked up to one particular moment in the halfway point of this film. I think that Catherine O'Hara was hilarious in this. I loved Bryan Cranston in this. Every actor worked with what they had, especially in the first half of this film. And I loved Henry Cavill. I loved John Cena. I was really happy that they let like John Cena do his thing and be funny. And I liked the dynamic between Cavill and John Cena. I thought they were both really strong. And I think that there was potential here for the concept, and it felt so flat. It loses its footing in the middle of this. And I was really just sitting there thinking, we could have got the third Kingsman movie. We could have got a sequel to like Men from U.N.C.L.E. for Henry Cavill. Instead, he's doing something like this. And for the most part, when we're trying to figure out what's happening with Ellie, who's played by Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell, you know, we are getting this spy thriller, but it's a lot of fun. There's comedic elements that are in there. Some lines don't really land, but the physical comedy's there. And I think, again, like Bryce was so great. And her cat, Alfie, was really cool. I liked him. But the second half, it just, there are some moments, that's all I can say. There's some moments that are great, and then other times it just completely falters and the action scenes are repetitive. I can't believe I'm saying that because it's a Matthew Vaughn film. And then typically, he spreads it out. He has like these great action set pieces like we saw in Kingsman. Kingsman has so many memorable ones. And it's just in here, there's really not much done. There wasn't like an amazing like fight scene that I can really say apart from the train sequence, and that was at the beginning of the movie. So then Matthew Vaughn saves all the good action scenes for the last, like, I don't know, 20 minutes of the movie because of what we discover. And it's just, I don't know. I think it comes a case where it's like it's a little too late, and this movie it dragged. That last half hour, I was like, how many endings are you going to give us? Truly. And I think that if you're watching it for certain people, you're going to be disappointed. And it's very underwhelming afterwards, because I just think that they could have really expanded upon certain characters and make it work. And they just gave us kind of like the behind the scenes boring aspect that I couldn't get on board with. And I want to support Bryce Dallas Howard. I love her. I think she's absolutely fantastic in everything that she does. She's really good in this. It's just the material. Sam Rockwell is a joy. He saves this movie multiple times. And that's all I can say about Argylle. I'm really disappointed with this. And I expected more from Matthew Vaughn and his action scenes throughout the film. We got some pretty fun ones towards the end, but it just doesn't hit the same. And I think he needed that like 14A rate. I think he needed that rating, and that's what was missing as well. Because if you go back and watch Kingsman, there's freaking blood everywhere. Here, not so much. Not so much. And I think he tried to do way too much with this story. Again, the concept is there. It just loses the plot. It really just loses the plot. And it's all over the place. It's very messy. There's some things that worked, and the majority of it really didn't, unfortunately. So I'm going to give Argylle a 2 out of 5. Please give me the third Kingsman movie. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, Matthew Vaughn. Whenever you have the time, just give me the third one. Please. Okay? Also, just so everyone knows, there is a mid-credit scene that's going to confuse you. And I didn't expect it to confuse me as much as it did, but it did. Okay? It confused me. Confused all of us. So yes, I'm giving a 2 out of 5 to Argylle. Please let me know in the comments below if you love the Kingsman movies. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed Argylle. Who your favorite character was. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMXND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And if you guys want to help me grow this wonderful channel, you can find out ways to do that in the bio below. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.